Storm of Doom!
Welcome back, everybody, to Storm of Doom. Today we're going to do an Emma solo character mashup that she gets left standing in the war a lot. And a lot of people struggle with trying to find the perfect team to take her down with. And most people don't want to use a big meta team just for one character. So currently, most people are just using Ultron with a smaller team to try to take her down, because Ultron's usually the key with Emma right now, and he is really the goal. But if you've already used him on a full mare team, then you're kind of like out of luck when somebody else leaves an Emma by herself. So we're going to go more in depth with that. So let's get started. Alright, so you can see from the top of the banner that I've had on the intro that there is an Emma left standing at a 147k, and Silver Surfer with some speed teams with Longshot and Shatterstar, plus it's the X Factor team, and they added Namor in there, and you can see they took most of the mare team down, but ended up leaving Emma standing. So now I'm going to show you how to take them down with using Hydra. Okay, so I have my favorite handy tool here, which is msf.gg. And what we're first going to do is we're going to find Emma. Okay, this is alphabetical order. And what you always want to do is you want to go to the character list first on your account. Oh, here she is. Say it's alphabetical. Why can't I find her? Alright, my bubble is in the way here. Alright, let's try to make this so you guys can see this. Alright. Alright, so the first thing you need to do when you are trying to analyze what teams you want to attack with Emma for is to figure out what she actually does. So in order to counter her, you have to know what to counter. So for here, for example, we have the fact that she does immunity, and she applies slow to all enemies, and she applies blind, and then she also does defense up on here as well. So what you would want to do is you'd want to clear the buffs. So you want to clear her immunity. You want to try to clear her blind that she's going to try to post on you. You also then, since she applies slow, you're going to want to apply speed up. And then since she does defense up, you're going to want to do defense down. So those are the four main things that I'm taking from this here on Emma. So what you want to do next, what is great is, I had created a spreadsheet a while back before this tool, but this is so much better and easier to filter by. So if you go to your roster, it'll show all your characters that you have built out, but they have this awesome select filter thing, and you can actually filter by effects that the characters will actually do. So what we stated is we wanted to do some kind of cleanse type of work. So they have a buff block and they have an ability block. Both of those would be handy and useful. As you can see, the ability block here doesn't have anybody in Hydra that we were originally talking about to try to use Hydra as the team. But the buff block, we have no Hydra as well. I thought we would have had a Hydra on that one. But as you can see, Zemo's in this one, and that's another reason why a lot of people use Zemo against her. Alright, let's see. What else do we have? We have counter. Oh, we have a debuff block. Aha! That might work. And here we have Hydra Armor Guard. So he is one of the Hydra minions. That would work on that. And then we have, when you're looking for defense down, and we have Hydra Scientists, so we definitely want to have those two guys in there. I'm not seeing any other Hydra team. And then we also want to apply speed up. Yep, and then we have Hydra Scientist, which also does that. He does speed up. I could have sworn Red Skull was in one of these. I must have been looking at a different one that he was good for this. Now I gotta try to find it quick. Well, what we could do is figure out, we can go back to characters, character lists. You can also filter by just Hydra. And then look at Red Skull. Defense down. Oh yeah, so he does do for defense down. I must have just missed him. So he's also one that does defense down, which is the main reason why it was used. And you can also see that, yeah, he applies bleed as well, which is nice, and obviously brings in extra minions, which is also nice. So Hydra was a good one that was used, and as you can see from, let's see, I leveled up some of my Hydra minions already. As you can see, Red Skull was used. See if I can make this a little bigger for you guys too. And it's blurry. Yeah, and then he just had just the minions in here as well that were also used. So Emma was a 147k, and you can see, well, it's blurry, but it's 49, 62, 64, 56, 47. So it's an average team. It's not crazy beasted out of a Hydra squad, but it was enough to be able to take down the Emma solo. Okay, so definitely is doable and will work. But let's go back to because let's say you have your Hydra still on defense, which most people still do for the war. So let's go back to just looking at what we have for defense down. So let's say you need a hodgepodge team to take out just a solo Emma. You could definitely use your Shadowland, but that might be a waste. Could use your Silver Surfer if you don't have him on defense yet, and that might just be a waste, but also might not be a waste. Silver Surfer is a good one, so you could pair him up. If you still had your Hydra team, could use him, pair him up with Silver Surfer and Red Skull. And then get some speed up characters. So then you just go look at, see what we can do for speed up to make your team a little faster. If you don't have your Red Guardian on defense, he would be a great one to put on there. Same thing with Beast. If you're not using Axemen or don't have your Jubilee yet to use Axemen, you could definitely use Beast. Unless you're still keeping them with your X-Men squad. And that would be good because he would heal your team while you're battling Emma. Or you could use a thing. Well, no, I'm not going to recommend that because you should not be breaking up your BO on war. So scratch that. Don't listen to that. Yeah, so, or you could do your Wakandas. I know there's been a lot of hodgepodge merc teams going along lately where they're not putting Cherie with them anymore, so you could use her as well. And it looks like there's some AIM characters as well that you could use, AIM minions as well, to get some speed up going. As for cleansing, let's see here. I mean, you could apply slow back, but she has immunity as well, so she's probably just going to end up taking that off. And that probably would not be as good to do that. But if we look at the buff block, obviously Zemo is always a good choice. Hela's a good choice if you broke her out of your Ashgard team. If you're not using your Sinister squad with our Ox-6 squad, you could use Swarm. And, yeah, Shadowland. It looks like Shadowland would be a great one. But It depends on how strong your Shadowland is. Like I said, you don't want to waste your Shadowland because they can punch up 100k on a lot of meta teams. So that one you want to be kind of careful with, not just wasting. I would use that as like a last resort on that. So I did not want to click that one, but that's okay. Alright, so let's see here. This one's just ability block. I wanted just to see quick. Yep, more Zemo, more Shadowland, more Skeleton, more Silver Surfer. So this just gives you kind of an idea what you can use and what you can mix together. And like I said, you would want to do at least 4 of those things like that mixed together in that team. So you definitely want to have, you know, the blocks of some kind, at least 2 that can do a block. And you definitely want to have at least 1 character that does speed up, and defense down. You probably want to have at least 2 characters with defense down. So 2 defense downs, 2 blocks, and 1 speed up character to take out the Emma. And I think you would do pretty well. We've had some success with having some hodgepodge teams with that, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So stay tuned. I'm going to do more solo characters, and don't forget to subscribe and keep watching. Thanks again.